Alright, and we're back, and let's jump right into this with the 28th pick in the 2010 NFL Draft. The San Diego Chargers select Ryan Mathews, running back, Fresno State. Alright, I really like Ryan Mathews. I think he's the most complete running back in this draft, one of the only running backs in this draft in the top 10 of the running backs that I think can handle the ball 20 times a game. And that's what the San Diego Chargers are really looking for. They need a guy like a didnt that can carry the ball 20 times a game and have Darren Sproles come in and spell Ryan Mathews. Ryan Mathews is a bigger back, fits very well into what the Chargers want to do, and would really, I think would help San Diego Charger fans forget about LaDainian Tomlinson sooner rather than later. I think it's a great pick for the Chargers, and my issue with the pick is everybody's projecting this pick right now, so I'm a little weary, but I'm still going to go with the majority and say Ryan Mathews a Charger. So, with the 29th pick of the 2010 NFL Draft, the big surprise last season, the New York Jets select Jared Odrick, defensive end, defensive tackle, Penn State. A lot of people are saying that Jared Odrick could be taken way before the Jets are selecting a 29th, but I don't think so. I see him as a bottom first round, early second round guy, but I do think that if he's available for the Jets to take, he will not get past New York. Odrick can play maybe the most versatile defensive lineman in this draft, can play defensive end or defensive tackle. The Jets could really use him in a multitude of ways. He's a very, very talented prospect. I think after the Jets really acquired their wide receiver in Santonio Holmes, they really look now to defense and getting a pass rush and helping out that defensive line. So I think New York Jets, Jared Odrick, a perfect fit. I think Sergio Kindle could also be a possibility here, but I think Odrick's versatility will outweigh Sergio Kindle at the end of the day. So, with the 30th pick in the 2010 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Kareem Jackson, cornerback, Alabama. I think Kareem Jackson is a perfect fit for the Minnesota Vikings. After their cornerback went down in the NFC Championship game with that ACL tear, basically ruined their Super Bowl hopes, and he will not be ready. Reports are, and I think after an ACL tear that late in the season, to be ready for the beginning of the season. Kareem Jackson's a bigger corner, maybe not the number 3 corner in this draft, but a perfect corner for the Minnesota Vikings. He has a round 2 grade, but at this point in the draft, that really goes out the window. An early round 2 guys are being taken here or being looked at here. And on the board, I think Minnesota could be really targeting Kareem Jackson. He's a perfect fit for Minnesota and one that really gives their secondary an insurance policy if they get back to the NFC title game next year. And just throughout the season, you never know what could happen. Kareem Jackson's a perfect fit for the Vikings scheme and how they play. So, with the 31st pick in the 2010 NFL Draft, the AFC champion Indianapolis Colts select Roger Saffold, offensive tackle, Indiana. I think there's going to be a lot of people that have the Colts going defense because it is the weaker aspect of their team, but their offensive line could really use some help when Roger Saffold at this point in the draft is probably the best lineman on the board. He has a round 2 grade, but it's late in the first round, and the Colts really need some help along the offensive line. They need an insurance policy along the offensive line. Saffold is that guy. He can play either guard position and possibly either tackle position. He's a very good player, one that's not getting a lot of attention because of all the other great tackles and great linemen in this draft, but Roger Saffold's a heck of a ball player, and playing in Indiana obviously didn't get a lot of attention. I think Sergio Kindle and Jerry Hughes are possibilities here. They're kind of the same type of player. I would put Sergio Kindle above him at this moment, but I don't think Sergio Kindle is as good as people are saying. People are comparing him to Brian Arakpo. I don't see that. Jerry Hughes, I think, is, again, not as good as people are saying, and I really like Roger Saffold. I think he's better than where he's being mocked at. So, let's move on with the last pick, the 32nd pick in the 2010 NFL Draft. The NFL champion, Super Bowl winning New Orleans Saints select Brandon Graham, defensive end, linebacker, Michigan. Alright, so Brandon Graham, the guy who has really helped his cause since the season ended. He was the MVP of the Senior Bowl and has just gotten better and better with every chance we get to see this kid. Don't think the Senior Bowl doesn't matter. Teams remember the Senior Bowl. This kid was a beast at the Senior Bowl. Nobody could block him. No one could do anything against him. practices were great. He's had great combines, great workout, great pro day, and I think he drops a little bit just because I don't think he's as good as people are making him out to be. You know, on tape, he's a second-round player, late first-round player. And that's where I have him going. He's, you know, having mocked in the perfect place, in my opinion, a team like New Orleans that could really use a rush defensive end, and he's it. Brandon Graham is the type of player that has a fantastic motor, built like Dwight Freeney, in my opinion, and a guy that can really go after the quarterback. I do want to say that Tim Tebow has been linked a little bit to New Orleans. No, not going to happen. I do not see Sean Payton drafting Tim Tebow. Forget about it. This pick should be Brandon Graham. It's a perfect pick for the Saints. And that's it. That's 32. All the picks in the world are done in the first round. I hope you enjoyed my mock draft. I want to know what you think. Give me some comments, rate, and subscribe, and let me know what I did wrong. Let me know what you like. Let me know what your team should do. Let me know what I didn't get. Let me know what I'm not thinking about. So, this is KWDOLFAN2010 saying peace. See you come draft day.